guys, how are you? I hope you're having a good weekend. There's still some of you that are not making enough contact with me, so if you're one of those people, please make sure that you are communicating in some way with me. I have some of you guys that really need to get some stuff turned in. I'll be sending out emails today and tomorrow to those people. I will also be putting in all of the grades in, putting zeros in for some of the stuff, for the stuff that we've done since the school closure. I was kind of waiting on some clarity from administration on how they wanted that to look. But I got that today, so I will be putting those grades in the grade book for you guys today. We are right now going to be continuing on our argumentative journey, okay? We are obviously moving through this super slow, so don't feel like you need to get ahead of it. I don't want you guys to start writing this paper yet. We are not at that point yet. We are going to work through each section of this together. I will be looking at your sources. I will be looking at all of your stuff as you go through and giving you comments on it. If you have questions, please feel free to ask. I had a lot of you guys really communicating well with the questions that you had over the topic worksheet, which was really good. So I appreciate that, and we need to do more of that. So if you are in that place where you're kind of struggling and not really knowing how to do something or what to do or how you're going to approach something, I invite you to just email me or drop a comment on there. I've been really trying to make sure I'm getting on top of those comments and emails pretty quickly. So please make sure you're doing that communication thing. Okay. The majority of you guys turned in your topics already, or what you're considering for your topics, and that's awesome. There were very few of you that I felt like I needed to give a little bit more direction, like, hey, maybe, do you have actually good quality sources here, or that kind of thing. The next thing you really need to consider is, what are you proving? Okay, that's what I always come back to in this process, is what are you proving? That's going to be your stance statement, your thesis statement in the end, right? Like, what out of this topic, what are all of my reasons? What is everything working towards proving? What am I trying to persuade my audience into believing? Okay, so that's what I want you guys to be thinking about. If you have not submitted your topic, there's a handful of you guys that have not. Please do that so I can take a look and make sure that we're in a good place with that. There was also a few of you guys that hadn't turned in the topic selection worksheet, so please get that turned in as well. In terms of your sources, I asked you guys to have at least 3 sources. Those sources, if they are from EBSCOhost, you don't have to do this. So like, if they're from EBSCOhost, you're good. You would just have those sources. You're making your comments, you're annotating them. I want you to be spending some quality time annotating your sources right now. Okay. The next thing that I want to talk about is, if you are using sources outside of EBSCOhost. I have had a few questions, or I've had a few people that have brought up topics that are not on EBSCOhost, or that they have found stuff other places. I am open to that. However, I do have a sheet that I am posting today for you guys. It's a source evaluation sheet. If it's not from EBSCOhost, you have to do a source evaluation sheet for each one of your sources. Okay, and you'll just turn those into that Google Classroom Dropbox. Okay, so make sure you're staying on top of that for those sources. 3 quality sources, you should have those hopefully at this point, and you are working on those annotations for them. Okay, how you're going to turn that in. I want to look at your sources. I want to make sure that we're in a good place with your sources. I kind of have checkpoints as we go through to make sure everybody's kind of on track with where they should be. And how I'm going to do that with this one, it's going to be 2 ways, because I had people that could print them out and people that could not print them out. If you could not print them out and you're just doing, I asked you guys to write your comments on the side, put it in a doc, write your comments on the side. If you're going that route, you're just going to drop those sources into the Dropbox that I'll put out there today for you guys, and submit them there. If you hand wrote your comments, if you printed them out and you were annotating it like we normally do, I want you to take pictures of 2 pages. The first page and then one other page in your article that you felt like had really good information. okay? That you have really good quality like annotations on it. Okay, so I want 2 pictures for each one of your sources, and you'll submit that to that same Dropbox on Google Classroom, which I'll open up today. Okay. The next thing that we're going to do with this is an annotated bibliography. Okay. An annotated bibliography is basically a works cited page. Okay, so you'll have your full works cited entry, and then down below it you have like a larger annotation. When we talk about annotations on an article or something, it's just annotations on the side, right? But this is like a paragraph where you're talking about the source and evaluating the source and talking about if it has bias, talking about who the author is and what credibility that author has, talking about what kind of information or how it would add to your topic, or where it would fit into your actual paper. Okay, I am going to post a format for that. I will have an example of what that looks like. It has questions to guide you through each one of the things. Okay, so the way that it'll look is you'll have your MLA heading, you'll have the top heading, you'll have the last name page number, and then you'll have your MLA sources, right? You'll have annotated bibliography, then as a centered title, right? Then you'll have your sources, then you'll have your paragraph for each source, source, paragraph. They'll be in alphabetical order, okay? I'm going to post it. You guys don't freak out about it. It's actually pretty systematic once you start working on it. They're not super long paragraphs. It's double spaced, and it'll make a lot of sense when you look at the assignment sheet for it, because I have it really broken down for you guys if you're looking at the questions, okay? When we're talking about those questions, there's I don't remember how many questions I have on there, 8 questions. If you have 2 questions that you can answer in one sentence, combine them and make one sentence. If you have a question that you're like, this does not relate or it's not relevant to my article at all, don't use it. Okay, you do not have to answer each one of the questions. The questions are to help guide you through and make sure you have the right information on there. Okay, so you're going to do that. You're going to write those paragraphs for your sources. Okay, you have to have at least those 3 sources on there. If you add other sources, you would add those on there as well. Okay. Please let me know if you have any questions. This will not be due until, oh gosh, I think we come back, I think Tuesday. I think I'm going to make it due on Tuesday. That's subject to change. I'll kind of see how everybody's doing. But I want your annotated sources by Wednesday, the ones with the comments on it. Okay, so I'll put a deadline for Wednesday for that. We do have a short week this week. So Wednesday for that, and then Tuesday for the annotated bibliography. If you guys have questions, please make sure that you are contacting me. Again, you guys, I need to make sure I'm getting in touch with all of you guys every 2 to 3 days. So make sure you're staying in touch. I have been having some people make some phone calls for me just to help me keep track of everything that I'm trying to do. So I know you guys are probably feeling pretty overwhelmed with everything too. I hope that you guys are doing well, staying positive, staying healthy, and staying safe. I miss you guys all terribly. I wish we were back at school so much. But I hope I will see you guys soon, and let me know if you have any questions. Have a good day.